Okay. So we seen the hosted zones, everything. So now we will see one by one with hands-on. Then we will go with those questions. I'm going back to my thing. So now my requirement is, let me just draw. My requirement is whenever anyone access here, always has to transfer to USA. Okay, so this is my first expectation. So in this case, what I need to do? Okay, so simple. You already have the parameters. So create a record. I'm going to create alias and I'm going to say classic load balancer, North Virginia. Select the load balancer, say simple routing. Routing policy is simple routing, create records. So now, can anyone access 𝐕𝐢𝐼Cloudunload.com and confirm you are able to see the North Virginia? So I am going to access 𝐕𝐢𝐼Cloudunload.com. Okay, I am going to say here, enter. So are you able to access North Virginia server 1? And even when you refresh, you will see North Virginia server 2. Are you able to get it? So, okay. So now the same, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do, I think there are a couple of hands raised. Hussein, Obina, you can unmute now. Obina, Hussein.
Yeah, I'm sorry, let me lower my hand.
Okay, okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to route 53. Instead of this, now I changed my mind. I want to, whoever is coming to this domain, always has to go to Canada. So in that case, what I need to do? Simple. So I'm just going to say delete record. So I'm going to say create record, enable alias. I'm going to now map it to the Canada one. So can everyone access the same domain name 𝐕𝐢𝐼Cloudunload.com and confirm whether you are able to? It will take some time. Maybe we can access it in a different browser. Maybe yes. So Canada server 1, are you able to? Yes. Edit the record, but we'll go one by one, because in this there are many people they are doing first time. So Canada server 1, Canada server 2. Okay, Shoban, everybody, you are able to get it? Okay, so this is the simple one. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to remove this. So now I'm going to create a record. I'm going to create a alias. So here I'm going to say classic load balancer, but I'm going to say weighted. So in this, I'm going to say how much I'm going to give a weight, right? So which region? I'm going to say North Virginia. I'm going to say this, say 50-50. I want to redirect it to both here. So now, okay, Helen. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Helen. Praful, Manigandan, Isaac, Helen. Yes, you can unmute now.
Okay, thank you. So my question is this: I don't really understand the simple route policy. What is the difference? I'm just trying to figure out the difference.
Okay. This is what I'm going one by one. Say, for example, if you want to say, for example, you are working in one project, they have some banking website. Go on mute. Go on mute. So they have some website, which say, for example, this website, say Amazon.in, right? Even there is a website I showed, right? ICT jobs. So this website. So first of all, you need to decide what is your purpose, what is your goal. My goal is this website should be accessible within Europe or within my country only, because that is how my confidential, because this website is going to have more personal data, especially all our resumes, all our name, all our mail ID, all our mobile number, almost all our personal details, right? So as per data security policy, this kind of information should not be exposed to other countries. So that goal you need to first to decide. So this website goal is not to allow this website from outside country or outside so and so border. So in this case, you need to, how you can achieve this, you can go with this routing policy. Okay, so if you go and say waited, then you need to take a call. What is your goal? Your, as part of your web application, my goal is I have so many webs location. Okay, whenever anybody comes to my website, I want to distribute equally. 40 requests means 10 requests sent to here, 10 requests sent to here, 10 requests sent to here, 10 requests sent to here. Okay, that is the weighted. Even sometimes there is a huge server issue. Okay, the half of the servers are crashed. So in this case, simply you redirect with some more percentage here. Only you send the traffic, 10% of the traffic you send to here. You send to here. Rest of the 90% of the traffic you equalize to here. Okay, so then what is your the next one routing policy? The latency. Latency means from US, if you access, you should not feel any slowness while accessing your website, say bank website. So in that case, there is a another issue. Which one is nearby you? Automatically, it has to decide. Automatically, it has, you have to get this website. You have to get this website automatically from nearest location. In that case, you need to select this and failover. So your manager or client is saying, okay, you configure to location. Here 100 servers, here 100 servers. If anything goes wrong, immediately, automatically, you have to fail over here. So the end user who are accessing this website should not feel any issues. This website. So if you are accessing, you should not see any error here. You should keep on see this. But the backend, I am the cloud administrator. I am the DevOps admin. So I know there is a failover happened. In that case, you need to select this. So these are all going to help you what exactly you want as part of your web application, as part of your websites, as part of your any e-commerce web application. Nowadays, if you take most of our projects are mostly web applications only. Okay, maybe it's not exposed to internet, but the same funda. Helen, are you clear now? This is what I explained one by one with the example. Anyway, I'm going to show you one by one with more hands-on now. So, but are you clear in this simple routing? Then we will go one by one. Isaac, Vignesh, Soban. I think Helen, your voice is not audible.
Yes, I understood that point. Vijay, can you hear me?
Your voice is really feeble. Not able to understand what you are speaking.
Okay, I was saying I understood it to
Okay.
that point.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going for a weighted. So now my expectation is I have two locations. Okay, one is you all know North Virginia, another one is Canada, right? So now my intention is whoever is coming to this website, 50% of traffic has to go here, 50% of the traffic go here, or 80% of the traffic should go here, 20% of the traffic should go here. So you decide what exactly you want, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 50, 50, and this is North Virginia, right? So I'm going to say create record US LB load balancer. They changed a lot of UI. So I'm going to say create record. Now I'm going to create another record. Okay, this time I'm going to select. Okay, the weighted, and this time I'm going to say Canada, and I'm going to say Canada load balancer. Again, the 50%. Okay, here I'm going to say Canada load balancer, right? So now, can anyone try in the chat? You need to can you reply whether you are getting a US or Canada? Can you access this website from your browser and confirm in your chat you are able to see which one? Okay, Naveen, you are getting US. Abbas, you are getting Canada. Okay, Soban, you are getting Canada. For me, it will take time because I'm configuring, right? So Satyamurthy, Canada. Whoever is having US, okay. Sundravel, you are getting no. You keep refresh. Whoever is seeing error, can you switch on your mobile data, not Wi-Fi, and can you try this from your mobile browser with the data enabled? Yeah. So for me, Canada server 1. So now what is happening? The same domain, some people are seeing Canada, some people are seeing US. So can anyone tell me what exactly happening as part of this routing policy, weighted routing policy? Can anyone? Satyamurthy, yes. Praful.
Yeah, hi, Vijay.
Yeah.
So it is kind of load balance, right? 50% on one server and 50% on different server.
Yes.
So it is kind of, so traffic is distributed on both the server equally.
Yes. So yeah. Go ahead, Helen. Satyamurthy.
Based on the load, it is distributing the traffic.
Yes, because we clearly saying I need routing policy, because what is my expectation? What is my need? My need is I want to handle all the traffic with a very good latency point, but I don't want to dump everything in one location, right? I want to split the task to equal manner, distributed way across two locations, because I have only two locations. Suppose if you have another two locations. Say you have a US, you have a Canada, you have a UK, you have another Asia Pacific. In that case, you have another location also. So here 20%, here 20%, here 20%, here 20%, here 20%. Okay, this is how you need to think. But the weighted concept is you need to decide how much traffic, how much percentage of the traffic you need to dedicate it to that particular location. That's it. That is why I asked everyone to configure with the Bootstrap with different name. You remember now why I asked you to configure this? Because this is the easiest way to understand from where you are getting into. Assaruddin, actually sometimes the DNS propagation normally it will take 4 to 8 hours, but that is why I registered with the .com. If you want to practice this in your learning environment, please try with some .com domain, which is straightforward, right? No. That is the that is what I asked. What is your need, right? So there are other way. We will go one by one concept. Anyway, we are going to cover more scenarios. So are you understand this routing policy? I'm trying to make one by one. What is that exactly? Helen, you can unmute. Even Rajkumar, you can unmute. Even Nirmal, you can unmute.
Vijay, could you please explain about record types? Because you showed about a record type, right? What exactly? Like,
No. Wait. Record type. I will explain after this. First, I will complete all this routing policy. Then we will go for record type. Okay. Soban, Obina.
Thank you, Vijay. My question is, I keep refreshing and I keep getting just Canada 1 and server 1 and server 2. I'm wondering, is it not supposed? Am I not supposed to sometimes get US? So it's
No. It's not like that. Say for example, right now we are giving some test load. Okay. So test load, you have to wait for some time, because test load, we all give more traffic, then we can expect something. But right now we have to, that is why since we are all in this call, I'm asking everyone to confirm from which server they are getting. So some people are getting from US, some people are getting from Canada, which means it's working. Because everybody is accessing the same domain. They are not accessing different domain, but still some people getting from Canada, some people from US, which means the weightage routing policy is clearly working. So if you are able to, if you want to still explore, can you switch on your mobile data and access this website using the data, not through Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Raj, can you unmute now? I given access, Raj.
Yeah, hi Vijay. So this load balancing concept, once it reaches some minimum request, it will look for the second one, or if only 2 requests is coming, so it will split.
No, based on the traffic, there are a lot of algorithms in the beginning. So minimum and maximum, probably you remind me, I will share you the very layman document. But as of now, you just understand this part, because this is where you get into more confusion in most of the time. What is weighted, where I need to apply, what is latency, where I need to apply, what is the simple, where I need to apply. This is the exact one. Okay, shall I proceed? Everyone? Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are going to just go for another type. Okay, I'm going to create a record, but this time my manager is saying something different. Okay, this time I'm going with geolocation. Okay, and I'm going with so okay, first we will go with endpoint. So I'm going with the North Virginia. Okay, I'm going with this. So location. Okay, who are all from Africa? I'm going this. Okay, I'm going this, say US load balance. So those who are, so if your need, what is your need? Those who are accessing from Africa always should go to US. Those who are accessing from India always should go to Canada. Okay, I'm going to create a record. I'm going to create a record. Just wait, don't access because we need to finish it. I'm going to enable the alias. I'm going to choose the endpoint. I'm going to go for Canada one. Canada, where is Canada? Yes, Canada here. So I'm going to select, but this time I'm going to say geolocation. Geolocation type is, say, whoever is coming from, say, India, they have to go with the Canada load balancer. Okay, so I defined a particular location, but if not from India, not from Africa, if people are from Pakistan, people are from US, then also I have to declare, otherwise it will be a problem. So I'm going for a create record. I am going for alias. I am going for the geolocation routing policy. I am going for the particular load balancer selection. We will go with the US load balancer, North Virginia. Okay, and I'm selecting this, and this time default. Remember, I'm going to draw again. We have two locations. You all agree? This is US, North Virginia. This is Canada, right? So we said all Africa go to US, all India go to Canada. But what if from Pakistan people are accessing, from US also people are accessing? Okay, so from US also, if they access, should go to US, but we can map it to Canada for a change. So that means from US they only see Canada always. From Africa they only see US. From India they only see Canada. Or you understand, or shall I explain again? Can you raise your hand if you are not understand? Helen, yeah, you can unmute. Asaruddin, you can unmute. Satyamurthy, you can unmute.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so take for instance, so you assigned, you said that Africa should go to US, right? So this US, does it mean the resources I will see from Africa is because I'm trying to understand, does it mean resources?
Where we created our instance and load balancer? North Virginia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have the working server application is in US, right?
Okay.
So now I am defining who are all coming from Africa always has to go to US, because I have configured some policy as per the data privacy, as per the data security. So I am deciding how you will decide through this routing policy. Even you can say, okay, from Africa always has to go to Canada server. That also you can point, but only thing is you need to map it correctly. So that is why I'm saying, what is your need? My need is all Africa should always go to US, not Canada server. But
okay, you mean server here. So what you mean is from Africa to US server, right?
Yes, Africa
okay.
To whenever you access this domain for you same, from US also same, From India also same, but the browser what you are going to get is from US server. From India, they are going to get Canada server. From Pakistan, they are going to get Canada server. From US, they are going to get Canada server. But from Africa, they are going to get US server, which means even though you are coming to the same website, same Amazon.com or Netflix.com, but I am deciding in the backend who I am. I am a cloud administrator. Who I am? I am a DevOps administrator. Who I am? I am a subject matter expert. Who I am an architect. So how you do it? This is how you do it. You clear?
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Asaruddin, Vignesh.
So if it is from apart from any other location, it will go to the
yeah. So you have to be very careful. You are defining which location. So you defined Africa to go here. You defined India to go here. But what if other than this location people access, right? That also you need to define. So what is that option? Default. So if you have say 4 country expectation, say country 1 go to here, country 2 go to here, country 3 go to here, country 4 go to here, but you also need to configure 5th rule. What is that 5th rule? Apart from these 4 countries, anyone access from these countries to this website, also you need to create a rule, otherwise it will be a problem. You understand, Satya?
Yeah. Okay. Suppose if that region site is down, means on that case, how it will work? It will redirect to some other region, or it will fail?
No. Right now we are discussing about each routing policy. What does that mean? So
okay.
So we will go one by one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
is everyone clear? Soban, everybody? Ravi, you lower your hand once you are completed so that it will be easy.
Vijay, so the default location will go to this Virginia, North Virginia, like any other country anyone will access.
No, see, you are saying apart from all countries, say Pakistan, from Singapore, from UK, from all other countries, you are in Singapore, okay? But we haven't defined. So all other countries should go to this one.
Okay.
You are getting the point. So you
Yes,
said
yes.
Africa should go to US. You said India should go to Canada. But what if you are in Singapore? What if you are trying to access this domain from Pakistan? Correct. You also need to tell from other location also, right? Correct.
Yes, Vijay, got it.
Yeah.
No.
So that is where I'm saying from all other location, we need to go. We are saying go to Canada. I'll change it Canada. I'll change this all location to Canada. If specifically I want to access it US from India, wait, let me first go with this, then okay. Now you tell me India should go to Canada, Africa should go to US, rest of the location should go to Canada. Can you access this? So I'm going to get Canada only because I am in a default other location. So can anyone confirm? Okay, Ravi, you are into India, right? So that is why it's going to Canada. Anybody from US, can you access and confirm you are able to see a Canada? Kishore, so you are in US or okay, anyone from US, can you access and confirm you are able to see okay, so Canada from USA. Even Srini, you are in UK, you are also seeing Canada, right? So now I'm going to play in this rule. Okay. Okay. So here I'm going to say edit record. So what is this default? No, we don't want to edit the default one. Okay, default one I will edit and say instead of Canada, we will change it to US. Now people will understand very clearly. I'm going to select US. So apart from India, apart from Africa, now you got Canada, right? Now can you check? You should get US. I'm going to check. I'm also going to get US. Let's wait for some time. Can you confirm you are able to see US? Yeah, India, we configured Canada only. See here, Bus. From India, we configured Canada only. Yeah, Africa, it's going to be US. Yes, correct only. Helen, you are correct. Because we clearly mentioned, even though you are accessing the same domain, same website, but we have a rule. Okay. So I'm going to refresh this. I should get a US. Maybe we will access it in a different tab or why? So it should it go for US. No, maybe do one thing. Go to some incognito mode. Yeah, you are correct, Soban. Soban, you are correct, because default we now redirected to US. So I don't know where I have to go here. Incognito mode. I'm using Opera. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to access. Let me just check. Now, apart from Africa, apart from Canada, India, everyone should get the US. Let me just go and say this one. Yes. See here, maybe the browser catch is, see here. Previously, I used to get Canada, but now I changed a different browser with incognito mode. I'm getting North Virginia. Why? Because I clearly said now the default rule, all other traffic should go to US. Yes. So, even Srini, you are from UK. Previously, you got for Canada. Now we have changed this rule. Now you all understand, right? So the geolocation policy, I will decide. Who am I? I am a system admin. I am a cloud admin. I am a DevOps admin. I am a solution architect, or I am a SME, subject matter expert. Where I can define this, go to Route 53 and define this routing policy. That's it. So how many of you still don't understand? Let me know. I will explain again. Ravi, yeah, go ahead. You can unmute.
Vijay, actually, I came across another question, like which is related to simple routing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you would you able to go to that screen, because while you were creating the record and you got the error and you had to add the name, right?
Which one?
While creating the record,
Yeah.
you had to give the record name. In that case, it became two different domain, right?
No.
Like if we are adding the name in front of that.
Because I tried to show you some the development with under the same domain. Okay, the one which I did a typo, that okay, let me show you. So what I did in simple routing, I added first without any record name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, again, I tried to add with a different load balancer. So simple routing, already I added one record. So you cannot. Simple routing always have one site only, you can map it. But
That's what I was, yeah, Vijay, my question was that only. So it allow only one site or one load
yes,
balancer
it's a
only
simple
it can
routing,
manage.
right? Simple routing, right?
Yeah.
Switch over, cut over. You heard about the cut over, right? So what is your primary website infrastructure? So you can cut over to this, but you can add dev.vijaycloudunload.com, uat.vijaycloudunload.com, sit.vijaycloudunload.com, pre-prod. So you can add as many. Okay, but with this, you can add only one. You got my point. Okay, let me just clear this. Okay, first, you understand this domain name, Ravi? You understand this domain, Ravi? You can unmute. You can unmute. So you understand this domain, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So now what I'm saying is you have say few go on mute. I think there is a lot of background noise. So you have the dev environment. You have SIT environment. Okay. You have UAT environment. You have say pre-prod. Because before production you should have all this environment to test, make sure you are good. Okay, so in this case you want to test as a live, so dev.vijaycloudunload.com, you can fire, you can do all testing, everything. sit.vijaycloudunload.com. Okay, so here you are defining a different record name, which is possible. That is why I wantedly tried to create the same, because already created without this, so it will accept only one, because I am trying to create as a simple routing. Simple routing always start to one, right? But if you create a dev and map it to one load balancer and create a SIT, okay, and map it to other load balancer, and create a UAT, map it to other load balancer, create a pre-prod. So you are creating a different record and mapping it to different resources. That is possible. This is what I showed. Are you clear, Ravi?
Yes, Vijay. Now it is clear.
Okay, Srini, you can unmute. Srini.
Yeah, same thing. I'm able to access that US site, so that's why.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to clear. I'm going to remove this. Going for a other one. I'm going to delete these records. Okay. Now you want to create another record, but this time I'm going with the latency. Okay. I am going with alias. I am going with the load balancer. I am going with first North Virginia. I am selecting the load balancer. Okay. So region, if a region latency is say US, and I can say US North Virginia. Okay. I'm going to say create record latency, and also I'm going to create another record. I'm going to define the latency part. I'm going to create as alias, but this time also I'm going to say whoever is accessing the nearby, I'm going to select. So this time I'm going to say Africa. If Africa here, sorry, Africa. In that case, Canada. I can say Canada latency. So I'm going to create it. Now, can you access even from India, even from Pakistan? Can you access? I'm expecting something. So can you let me know what you are getting? I'm going to access this one. I'm going to okay. So can keep try other than these two locations, Africa and US. From Pakistan, even I'm getting North Virginia now. I'm going to keep try. Okay, the latency works. What is my nearest one? Okay, that judgment automatically it taken. Okay, so this is the really low latency part you need to understand. So the weightage you will control, but the latency you will not control. You can control, but not more extent. So the latency always, because they know the backend AWS data centers, everything. Yes, Srini, even I'm also getting the North Virginia. So the latency part, how this works. So the latency part, where you are accessing first of all, right? And then automatically it will, for him, it will go and take a judgment and redirect it to accordingly to the site. If he go here and judgment will be analyzed and redirected to the specific low latency nearby location. Okay, people who are accessing from Africa, can you let me know what you are getting? Are you getting North Virginia or Canada? People from Africa, can you confirm from where you are getting? Okay, wait. So Usain, you are also Africa, Helen also in Africa. So this is the exact I'm expecting. So even Advali also from Africa. So he is getting North Virginia, but only one person, Usain, getting from Africa, means Canada. Means you tell me right now, I created some policy, right? This latency is not mean, it's not always dedicated. This is, you have to understand, because whenever I access, the judgment will taken from here. That means this Route 53 will take and judge and establish the session. Are you clear? This is exactly latency and weighted. Weighted means you are controlling. Okay, geolocation means you are controlling, but latency is completely it's kind of based on the traffic, based on the near location at the time. Are you understand? Helen, Usain, everybody? Soban, Satyamurthy, even Ravi, yeah, you can unmute.
So it is based on the location and the
each and every time the decision will take. That is the actual latency. Okay, so but previous one you observed, right? It's a static, but here it's not a static. It is a based on how effective I have to serve to you. So because this is the crisis, I have to reach you to some nearest location as soon as possible. That analysis always depends on the session established time.
Okay.
Isaac, everybody, you are clear? Sulaiman, everybody?
So Vijay, so you mean to say like the Africa location, if you have set it up for this Canada load balancer,
yeah.
So Africa users will have a low latency, But if we are accessing from India, we will have more latency.
Yeah,
Is it
but
correct?
still, if you see the chat, even from Africa, people are going to North Virginia. If you can see the chat, even from Africa, via latency rule, people should go to only Canada, right? But people are going to North Virginia. That is why I'm explaining. Latency means whenever you access, that time the judgment will take, and it will try to put you in a nearest possible way based on the traffic, based on the keep alive. You got what I said?
So it totally depend on the Route 53. It's not
Yes,
in
yes,
like we
yes,
cannot
yes.
do anything.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But still you can. There is a lot of performance you can tune. A lot of custom settings also you can make it. But in general, latency means it will try to establish the connection as soon as possible from the available one, nearest one.
Okay,
So,
got it, Vijay.
so you need to decide before going to the routing policy latency what exactly you want. That is the first question you need to ask yourself, or discuss with your project, or before going to the exam or going to the interview, you need to make sure these are all clear in your mind. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this. Okay, I am going to delete this. Okay, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to create a record. Okay, this time I'm going for failover, but before failover, I need to do something. Okay, go to hosted zone. Okay, because I need to simulate some health check. So I'm going here. You all know there is a load balancer we configured and port 80 is working. So go here. Okay, I'm going for say cloud on load port 80, just for example, right? So I'm going here, say domain name. Don't configure cloud and load, because already there is one of a student configured and they forgot to remove. The keep alive will kill my domain. So please, because there are a lot of people studying in my website, so just go with some testing domain, or you can go with your IP address also. So now what I'm saying is I can even go with the IP address. You can specify one of your EC2 instance also. It's up to you. So I'm going with say www dot or some domain, amazon.com or whatever. So in 80, okay, but I am going with HTTP or TCP. So better you go with say TCP. What is your instance? Go to instance. You have created two instances, right? So server 1 and server 2. So go to this IP address, go here and try to access this IP address as a HTTP. You will get this, right? So better you use this IP address and port 80. So you can say server port 80 and say even HTTP you can configure. So say next, create health check. So you wait for some time. You also create a new rule, create a health check. This time I am creating a false one, port 81. I know you also know there is nothing is running in port 81. So port 80 is port 81, the same IP address. So next, create health check. So this will take some time. You need to just see some green and red. See here, you are started seeing green. and soon you will get a red, because we know nothing is running in port 81. Correct? This is really must if you want to go for the other routing policy, right? So because we need to simulate the one, right? You need to have some keep alive created. This is basically a keep alive. Based on this, you are going to put a condition. If anything goes wrong, then start failover. If as long as you are good, the rule also will be good. So go to hosted zones, but before that we will refresh it. Okay, so now go to hosted zones. Now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Feel free to challenge. I'm going here 𝐕𝐢𝐼cloudunload.com. Okay, and I'm going to create a record. Now I am going to say failover. Now you tell me, I already explained, but still I want to hear from you. Failover. Now what is exactly we are trying to achieve as part of this routing policy? Yes, Vignesh.
If the server fails, we have to define primary and secondary here.
Yeah.
So if primary server fails, it will automatically deviate to secondary server.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. This is the expected one. That is why I want you to hear. Okay. See, I don't have any live domain. Okay. That is why I am pointing to server. But in your case, in your project, you are going to point to the domain www some website as a rule. This rule you have to create with what exactly your live domain. But I don't have a live domain. That is why I'm going with some, because you need to just create a testing purpose. You need to understand how this works. So this rule I have created with the server. But in a real-time project, in your client implementation, or in your exam, or in your interview, you should not say I have created rule pointing to the server, of course. But what I'm saying is the decision how you are taking this website, right? Who asked this question? Satya or Soben? Who asked this question? I forgot the name. Vignesh. Okay. Can you raise your hand? I will unmute so that I can explain you. Okay. So Vignesh, so since you are targeting everything, you are trying to achieve something in this domain, correct, Vignesh?
Yeah, sir.
So in this case, the keep alive rule, health check, you have to configure in this domain name only. You are getting the point. That is why I asked all your views because I don't want to make all your confusion. So again, I'm going back. I'm going to show you. So in this case, how you need to create a rule, because I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to implement something for which domain? 𝐕𝐢𝐼cloudunload.com, right? So how you need to create, I will show you. So similar rule, see, unhealthy, healthy. So create health check. So how you need to create 𝐕𝐢𝐼cloudunload web. So here domain name and HTTP www.𝐕𝐢𝐼cloudunload.com. Are you clear, Vignesh? Vignesh? Okay, so
yes,
but I don't have anything in this domain running. That is why what I'm saying is even I want to simulate this. I'm going for a IP address, but this rule, whatever I'm configuring, it's not a real rule. I'm directly just bypassing something, but I want to simulate. But instead of these two rule, we have to create one domain rule, health check. pointing to port 80. So which means you are saying vijaycloudandcloud.com, okay, this.com, check port 80. If fails, that means this website is down, so automatically start failover. Okay, so in that case you need to create only one rule. But since we don't have any live application or live website, that is why I'm pointing to something, the server. I know the server is running port 80. I know the server is not running port 81. So basically I created two rules, but in your live, you need to create only one rule. Are you, is everyone clear? Sulaiman, Isaac, everybody? Okay, okay. So now I'm going to say, clear it out. Yeah, Srinivas, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a normal question.
Yeah, yeah.
So do we need to buy our domain name, or we can create from AWS itself?
No, no, in even AWS, you need to buy because you are going to access it from outside, right?
Yes, yes, correct, correct.
So that's why. Actually, this is not going to bill every month. If you purchase, it is going to be valid 1 year. So 1 year, I would suggest to go with one live domain, some test live domain to practice all this. That is how I used to prefer. Because you exactly understand what you are doing and you can experiment this even though you are not working in the cloud project, but you can climb and change your resume and project yourself. Yes, I'm working. No one is going to identify. As long as you are able to answer their question, that's it. This is where people are really getting fear. Okay, I don't have live experience. Whatever I'm showing, it's a live experience only. Maybe in production you will do this in a more volume based domain, but you assume, so it's our career, right? So you assume this vijaycloudandcloud.com is having 1 million requests. Nothing wrong in it. Yes, there are a lot of domain. It's very cheap, but I normally prefer to go with the same cloud provider so that we will have a more easy way. So I'm going with the hosted zones. Okay, I'm going with the configured domain vijaycloudandcloud.com. Then I'm going with, say, create record. I'm going with the failover. I'm going with alias. So here I'm going to put a simple rule. First, the US is going to be my primary. Okay, US is going to be my primary. Failover type primary, right? Say US primary. Okay, add another record. Okay, here I'm going to say failover health check. See, can anyone explain what is this? Till now I never concentrated on health check, but now I have to concentrate. Why? Any idea? Helen, okay, Muthu,
So
Advale.
every time it will check the health check for this primary one.
Yes,
I said, if it is failed, it will go to the secondary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. I said,
So,
Helen, go ahead.
Okay, my question is this: if I create an account in AWS,
Yeah.
Just the basic account without subscription, can I practice this stuff?
Yes. I'm okay. See, you all, this account what I using is a free tier account. I created just 2 days back, but I purchased this domain just yesterday because I want to show you live. This domain, if you want to, maybe it's a $12, but there are cheap websites you can buy it. But I would prefer to go with the AWS itself because you will do a lot of things without, because now you are starting the learning point. If you buy a domain from outside, every time you need to go with some name settings, everything. So you can buy this. $12 is not every month, it's a whole year. But your account is going to be a free tier. So rest of the services fall under the free tier, same fall under. Yeah.
Okay, so you purchased that from AWS Direct, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So go on mute. I will just explain again. So see, go here route 53. Suppose if you want to have some live experience, see, you can do everything in free tier. So hereafter, don't get fear or don't get any confusion that I don't have a live project, I don't have a live environment. This is the live environment. Simple, go to registered domain and say some fancy name or some name, what do you like? Say Helen only win. That's it. So if you check, it should come up with, say, the domain is available. That means you can purchase. So this $12 is for entire year. Even you can go and say learning. So the one which you check, it should come with the available. If you see not available, that means the domain name is already taken. So like this, you go say add to cart and say continue, and you need to fill up your details, everything. Then go here and say all, and finally you will get into the billing part. Finally get into billing part. Once you paid the $12, automatically till payment it will be in pending request. After that it will come to registered domains. 𝐼SEC, everybody. Okay, so you understand this, right? So I'm going back to hosted zones. Let's continue the discussion. Yeah, go ahead, 𝐼SEC.
Okay. The failover policy. I'm trying to use a scenario that you have like a maintenance you want to carry out on your website, and you want to have a static website to be in case there's any check into your website to go into that static website. Is that possible? So you can create
Actually, your voice is feeble. Can you ask again? I'm not able to understand what you are asking.
Okay, can you create a failover policy to a static website?
Yeah, see, the failover, you need to understand. If primary website goes down, I mean the North Virginia goes down, automatically it will redirect to all traffic. Whoever is accessing this website, it will start serve from Canada automatically. But the rule, you have to create it and place it, configure. Now, okay, I'll explain. I'm going to do it so that you will be clear. So now I'm going to configure North Virginia. I'm going to configure, oh, okay, North California, North Virginia. So now primary. What is my primary? I'm going to say server 80. Remember, this server 80 rule is good. Now it's showing green, right? But if I select 81, the next rule, it is already unhealthy. That means bad. What will happen? It will automatically switch over to the secondary. We will see it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say US primary. Okay. Create records. Now I'm going to create another record. Okay. I'm going to say alias. I'm going to say failover. I am going to say secondary. I am going to say server 81. I'm going to say Canada, secondary. Okay, so create records. Sorry. So here I'm going to select Canada region, Canada load balancer. Okay, so now create record. Now, if anything goes wrong primary, so primary is tagged to where? Primary is associated to US. Secondary is associated to Canada. So now primary is goes down. That means what will happen? What will happen in this domain? Primary is goes down. What will happen? Helen, yes. Advali. Muthu. Madhavi.
Vijay, this is Madhavi. So, if you choose the routing policy, is there any extra charges? Like for simple routing, I mean, it is like for only one domain, right?
See, the charges are going to be very minimal. Okay, but instead of paying lakhs and lakhs rupees to the trainings, everything, I would strongly advise most of the time you spend some time so that you gain a real-time experience. You no need to search it for all use cases.
Yeah, sure.
Real-time experience. So I would strongly recommend you invest like this in your own lab and fail multiple times. So that
sure.
The first thing you will get is what to speak in the interview, what to speak in the exam point of view. Okay, so now if you see the go on mute everyone. So if you see server 81, server 80, so this is a primary, this is the secondary. So if can you access vijaycloudandload.com and tell me what exactly you are getting? What exactly you are getting? Abbas, can you raise your hand? I will. Abbas, you have to raise your hand so that I can easily pick it up. You. Okay, I'm not able to see your hand. Okay, so North Virginia server 2. Now, how do we simulate this? I want to realize how failover works. Basically, I want to realize how RTO works. Recovery time objective. So what is the easiest way to achieve that failover to C? Any idea? Isaac, Muthu, Mani. What is the easiest way to achieve this scenario? Yes. So simple. Stop the instance. So I'm in North Virginia.
Yeah, we can down the server. Might be we can check, right? We can down the US server.
So simple. Go here. So which server we configured here? Which server we configured? This one, right? Correct or not? So this is the keep alive, right? So if the keep alive is not healthy, automatically try to switch over, right? So what is this IP address? I think server 1 or server 2. What is this? 5486 5.80. North Virginia or Canada. Let us check which machine so that we can go and check it. I think it's a Canada machine. Let us find out what is it, because we clearly configured this IP address 54.86.66.5. So go here. let us check. No, this one. Okay, 52.60.58.205. I think we have. Okay, 54.86.66.5. Yeah, this is the one. So server 2. Yeah, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Vijay. Please, I want to ask, is there a way we could you said something about us using it in real time, right? So I want to ask, can you help us maybe if you could practically maybe use something like Freenome?
Yeah, Freenome.
Test it for us, and so we can use that.
Freenome, yes, Freenome. Nowadays, they are accepting only not .com domain. If you go and see Freenome.tk, they are encouraging. I think so the problem is .com domain. If you register, it will be easy to pick it up. Even the .com domain now you've seen, right? Couple of people are not able to access because the DNS refresh interval will take time than .com domains. So that is why mostly I recommend to go with the .com domains, because .com domain, whenever you change anything, it's pretty much fast. It will you can test it immediately. Otherwise, you need to wait. Sometimes people will get more panic. Okay, whatever I'm doing is wrong. No, the DNS replication intervals, it's entirely depends. So that is why I always go with most of my videos, most of my sessions. I always go with .com domains, not .tk, .org, those domains.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you.
Because the thing is, now I'm learning. Sorry, your name, because you mentioned AA only. So I'm learning. So I don't know whether my learning is wrong or I'm doing something wrong. So
yes, that's true.
So that is why instead of going more confusions, assumptions, so if you go with some .com domain, you can immediately get the results. So which you will understand, okay, I'm doing correct or I'm doing error. That also within a second you will understand.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to stop this server because this server IP address only we configured as a keep alive. So normally we need to configure the domain name, but here we are just simulating actual scenario. I'm going to say stop instance. So we will keep refresh this. This should be red. By the time this should be red, this should be red. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually put it in a different server or whatever. This keep alive also should be green. So we will do one thing. We will configure the other server IP address, this server IP address. So I'm just going here. Edit health check. We will give another machine name and port 80 and save it. So let's wait. Can you keep check vijaycloudandloud.com and let me know what you are getting? Because now it will go only Virginia, not Virginia, because still we are seeing this healthy status is not changed. So this should be red. This should be then this failover start happen. I'm going to ask a couple of questions after this, so you will be very clear. I hope everyone filled the Excel sheet. Can anyone paste that Excel sheet link to this chat so that I can prepare the voting today night? It will be helpful for tomorrow. Yes. So let's wait for a few more seconds so that this should start. Okay, let us check what is this server. Refresh. Yes. So there is a server stopped directly. So now it should start. This one should not have the IP address. Copy and go here and paste and go. So we should get, say, page cannot be displayed. So now I'm going to ask one question before this. Here, can you anyone see some RTO lagging issue? Anyone? 𝐻𝐸𝐴, 𝐼𝐸𝐴, Satyamurthy, Muthu. Are you seeing any potential issue here?
No.
I don't see it.
Any other person? Are you seeing a I'm seeing potential issue here. What is that?
It's the status went to unhealthy on the 81.
No. I'm asking about what is it related to RTO from this status? Because I already started. I already shut it down. The infrastructure itself is now crisis, but still the failover is not happened. In that case, how you will define your RTO? What is the crisis here? Are you going to pay a penalty, or how you will define?
The recovery time.
Yeah, one region down, Muthu. But what I'm saying is, so in that case, now it's not a proper failover. So the failover means once one region down, automatically this 𝐸𝐴 should sync. Immediately it will recognize, and then it will start failover. But now it's not failing over because we are just simulating. But you need to understand, in the live, you need to keep measure this. In that case, you need to think about some good backbone network or good VPC endpoints. Yes, RPO also will be affected. Data may not be updated. So, but first thing is the website is down. You need to bring your front end RTO, right? So the keep alive and the monitoring is pretty much really critical here. Let's go and refresh it. Let's see. Yes. So now it is started unhealthy, but by the time we are seeing some 5 to 8 minutes down, complete down, right? This should not be the case. This is why I explained day one how to ensure uptime agreed with client. So go to uptime.io. Go to the uptime.io. Okay, so uptime.is, sorry. So here, if your project or your interview or your exam is saying 99.9% my expected SLA, then you have daily 1 minute 26 seconds. By the time, see here, now almost more than 5 minutes down. You have to pay the penalty. Are you getting the bigger picture now? So people are saying I'm in support, I'm in level 2 severity 1 ticket, severity 2 ticket, severity. So, but when I ask this simple question, they are not able to answer, right? So you need to be very careful. So what you need to do, you need to be a proper keep alive everything. During your testing itself, you need to resolve all these issues, and you need to fail over most of the time, and you need to make sure everything is fine. See here, it started, it's failed over. The same domain, now we are getting Canada. Can you access this? Helen, Isaac, Mani, everybody, Advale, Ravi, everybody. Can you access this website and tell me you are able to now get the Canada. That means the failover is successful. Yes, it moved. So we haven't done anything. So the RTO, this is the exact RTO which I'm trying to explain. Recovery time objective. When primary site had a problem, you had a keep alive enabled. This keep alive will keep check. Oh, there is an issue. So I am moving to the end user will not see. But this movement now, it happened almost 5 to 9 minutes, which is really not acceptable. Why? Because my agreement with the client is something different. My client will not agree. Why? Because as per the SLA, I agreed with him because his business is 99.9% availability. Even you go here, right? So 99.99% means only 1 minute 26 seconds. But here more than 9 minutes to switch over. In that case, you need to pay a huge penalty, 8 minutes, more than 8 minutes. But not only penalty, you need to be answerable for more questions from the client side. So this is how you need to plan. So this is exactly your NFR. Before bring it to live, you need to make sure, you need to shut down, you need to make sure the failover, everything should happen within 1 minute. Are you getting Isaac, everybody, Advale, everybody? Yeah. So now I'm going to clear all this. I'm going to bring the server up and running. I already nominated. This is the primary site. So if the primary site is up and running, then automatically it switch back to the primary site only, right? So I'm starting my server. Okay, I'm starting my server. Okay, Helen, yes, go ahead.
Okay, this, I would like to understand, you just went to uptime and downtime SLA. So I would like to know, is that the place to configure the RTO so that you
No.
don't have
These are all RTO and RPO. If you get into more architecture level, senior level, but I'm trying to make you to understand what is happening in the senior level. So the RTO and RPO, many people nowadays, if you know RPO and RTO, okay, project. So if you are starting your career now only, I would suggest you, whenever you join any project, right? So you go and ask your manager. He has to say what is the agreed RTO. He will say, okay, our project is 99.95. So if he say this, then as a technical person, okay, if you get an answer this from your manager, then go to this website, simple website, and put it this, then you will understand how much allowed, right? And RPO. Accordingly, you need to make sure 1 minute 20 seconds. That means if anything goes wrong, then you need to make sure the data sync between primary location and secondary location. So you need to think about, okay, how we can establish the connectivity between these two sites, and what tool, backup tool, what replication tool I need to use it. All those things comes into picture. But in nutshell, you need to you don't need to worry about if you are starting your career, but these are all parameter driving all these discussions.
correct right now.
Okay, Muthu. So if I have 25 VM in one region, which one I need to suit? This is completely depends on your how you are designing your architecture. It's not about 25 VM or 100 VM. Which site you want to have a primary as per the business, because business knows the data agreement. should operate from some specific location. So that is going to be your primary. It's not something we can take it. So it's entirely depends on what business you can go for it. So the SLA as per each project will be differed, but you understand how much expectation. You go come to this site and put it here, you will understand the approximate idea. Yes, Isaac, go ahead.
Yeah, VJ. So for me to meet up like 99.9% SLA, so I have to provision active. That's going to solve the problem.
No, 99.9 means always it should be active. My business point of view. So that means daily I can tolerate only 1 minute 26 seconds downtime, not more than that.
Okay, so I'm trying to see what kind of provision. So like pilot lights or active. I'm just trying to see which one can meet up the requirement.
Okay,
I can put in.
So now if you keep do this and go back to this. So now you shut down the other server. Automatically what will happen is what is the one. So I'm going to stop this. So what will happen? The keep alive will come back automatically. So normally in production, you no need to create two rules. Which domain? You configure the domain and you create a rule. What is the primary? What is the secondary? But this is the way you can understand. Okay. So now the hosted zones having the record type. I will explain this. But before that, quickly, I want to, before we all forget this, all whatever discussed, I'm going to simulate this in Azure. So this is my portal.azure.com, right? So now the scenario is, I'm going to explain the scenario first, then we will do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the same scenario, but in Azure, there is a service called Traffic Manager. Okay, Azure Traffic Manager. Okay, don't get any confusion. The same they are using for different name, different terminology. That's it, right? So I'm going to create a VM1. I'm going to create a VM2, right? So in this VM, I'm going to enable one web server. I'm going to enable one web server. Okay, so the same bootstrap what we are seeing, right? So now this is going to be US, this is going to be Canada. Okay, so already you got some idea about the host, the domain name, like website name. The same here possible, but instead of going go and check the same concept here, we will do some other different concept. That is what I mentioned yesterday in the group chat, WhatsApp. So what I'm going to do is, there is a domain here, say Vijay Cloud and Loud. So automatically, if I access this, the traffic manager should always send the traffic to here. If it goes down, the traffic manager, the end user, I'm sitting here, right? So the end user will not see any difference. Automatically, this will come from here, right? How do you achieve this via Azure? So as I said, if you are really confident on one cloud, I would first strongly recommend you go and learn Azure first, then AWS, or if you go and learn AWS, then Azure. Anyway, but learn one cloud in depth. So learning other cloud is really easy. Srinivas, yes, go ahead. You raise your hand so that it will be, yes, go ahead, Srini.
Yes. Where can we check in the AWS the downtime? How much time the server was down earlier, and
you need to enable the login
checks?
notification. I will just remind. I will send you the. Already I have released. There is a monitoring one detailed class.
Can't we see in the same page like in health checks or somewhere?
No, the health check. Okay, let me just go here. The health check. Okay, let me go here. Route 53. See here, it will show whether it is alive or good, that status, right? So even if you want, you can enable the logging first. Okay, but actual thing you need to redirect it to the actual monitoring. But here you can simply say how much you are currently doing as part of your current one. See here. So if you want to have, you need to enable the monitoring. So I'm just selecting this. See here, last hour. So this already started propagating, but only thing is you need to just check what exactly you want. But there is another way you redirect everything to the common monitoring in AWS. So that is the way people can monitoring team can monitor only that, because they will have the permission in that service only. So I'm just going to even delete, because the another thing, whenever you want to learn, once your learning is over, please delete this health check, because if you keep this, then definitely you will get some surprise billing, because there is a lot of keep alive, keep on you are generating. So that will create a lot of network one. Sometimes if you use some live website without understanding, they will start question you why you used my websites. Okay, now Vijay, yes, go ahead, Vijay.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Sir, you have demonstrated this failover, yeah. But it took some around 5 to 6 minutes to failover. Okay, but in real time, like how to optimize this one?
No, that is what right now I don't have any live domain. Say vijaycloudonload.com, I should have some WordPress websites or anything. So in that case, I need to go to that website. I can create a actual downtime. But if I have cloudonload.com, but I cannot down the website, but we can simulate this. So that is why I'm showing this, because you need to understand how failover works. If you understand, you forget about this. If you going to attend interview, you say you will configure your website as a keep alive.
Okay.
So if the website down, automatically this will be unhealthy, then it will fail over. If the website is up, automatically it will come back to the primary one.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'm just going to delete this. Parallelly, we will continue. Okay. So I'm going to here. First, what we are going to do is, I am going to configure one VM. I am going to configure VM2, and then we are going to configure the traffic manager. And we will see how this works. Go here. I am going this portal.azure.com. Helen, Isaac, everybody. This is also my free trial account, but of course it's not a free trial. Now it's a pay as you go. Pay as you go also, it's a very less money in India rupees, mostly 100 or 150, not more than that. So I'm going to say create a virtual machine. No. That is what, if you put it in your resume, say, I know AWS, I know Azure Cloud, it will give you more weightage. But my first suggestion is go with one cloud, any cloud, but learn everything, some good hands-on. Okay, quickly, I don't want to drag this. So you learn AWS means you learn all services, okay, with all hands-on. Then you go for other cloud, I say Azure. You compare the each service what you learned to here. Say EC2, you learned then in Azure, it is a VM. You learned S3, then S3, then here it's a blob storage. You learned here root 53, then here traffic manager. That's it. All policy is same, all concept is same, all rule is same, but only thing is how to do it. That is entirely different here. That is entirely different here. But the terminology wise, the concept wise, the expectation wise, it's going to be same. This is where people are really missing. I know only AWS cloud. I don't know Azure cloud. I really don't understand. You already know one cloud. What you need to do is you need to compare this. That's it. You need to compare this. That's it. Definitely there will be a steps will vary how to do it. That will be vary. But the understanding wise, you already know what is routing policy, what is failover policy, what is geolocation policy. The same. No. Don't concentrate more services. Okay, let me explain later. If you are going to be a DevOps, focus on only DevOps related services. If you are going to your future is your dream is going to be a machine learning related field, then learn related machine learning services. There are huge number of services, but it's not mandatory to learn all services. What you want to be? You want to go into some data related job, then stick with the data related services. That's it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a VM. Okay, just hope you are seeing my screen, right? Portal.azure.com screen. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to say stick with one resource group, virtual machine name, say server one. This server one is going to be East US. And I'm going with the CentOS 7 OS. So password, I'm going to say 𝐕𝐢𝐣𝐚, and my as usual password. Please don't forget any password. So I'm going to say come down. I need a website. So I'm opening port 80 also. Disk. I'm using a free tier. So I don't want to waste my free tier or cost. So I'm going with a normal hard disk because I just want to prove what I'm doing. I'm not here going to do any projects. So come down, say networking, and make sure you are having the all default settings. It's okay. And enable the custom storage account. It's okay. Okay, so tag it and say review create and create. So remember this server you are using for East US location. Let's wait. So you are using for East US, right? And say create. Now we will create another machine with a different location. Yeah. No. I forcibly doing this because some people are pinging me and asking me, okay, how to log in and do it. So we will do it same. Okay, now I'm going to create another machine because in this couple of people still they never refreshed any of the skill sets, which I flagged it so many times. Okay, so the same resource group I'm selecting, virtual machine name server 2. Okay, this time I'm going with say Canada because I want to have another location. So Canada, and all are going to be same. Password is my username is going to be the same, and I'm going to have the same password. I'm going to have same password. Say HTTP, say disk. I'm going to have normal hard disk, networking, all default settings, and I'm going to enable this. The first Linux machine got created. So say tags. Okay, the bootstrap is, see here, the AWS, whatever we configured, bootstrap, the same here. You need to just say whatever commands you want to execute as part of the creation, you need to put it here. But I want to show you how to log in, because some of the people, they are pinging me and ask me to show direct login. So, but if you want, you can do it here. So, but I'm going to log in each server, do it. Let's wait. Because Azure always it's very fast, but AWS I normally prefer go with AWS, because AWS everything is a manual manual car driving. So once you struggle in manual car, Azure is pretty much straightforward. It's pretty much easy also, Azure. But right now I'm seeing in market there is a huge opportunity related to Azure than AWS. Of course, AWS is there, but Azure is something huge these days because of the robotics, because of the data, because of the machine learning. Okay, so the VM is getting created. Let's wait for some more time, but in meantime we will go with the virtual machine, because there is a first machine got created. See, it's running. So now we will open up in another window. Let's close all other tab so that we can make it fast. Okay, my dashboard. Let's refresh it. So there is a server 2 still is getting created. Yes, got created that also. So let's refresh it. Okay, so server 2, I'm just opening it. So now server 1, what is the IP address? This is my IP address. So copy that IP address. I'm going to open up my mobile extreme. If you have PuTTY, you can use it. I have my mobile extreme. So I'm going to, if you have PuTTY, you can use it, but I'm going to use it my mobile extreme. SSH, give this IP address. What is the username I given? 𝐕𝐢𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐻𝐶om. And I'm going to say, okay. It will ask the password. So I am going to give my password, whatever I given during the creation. So the server 1 got created. Are you able to visible this server 1? The command prompt, are you able to visible? Are you getting this screen? Okay, now I'm going to server 2. Let's see what is the IP address. Yes, this is the IP address. Okay, let's refresh it. It should be up and running always. Sometimes the creation will take time, but not much one. Okay, so now I'm going to open up the session 2 SSH. What is the IP address? This is the IP address. What is the username? I given this username while creating. So say okay. It will ask you the password. Type the password which you given. Okay. And say here. Okay, so sudo su. Okay, now I'm going to run this command yum install httpd in both machine. Instead of this, we are giving in bootstrap. That's it. Instead of logging and give, I'm going to give as a bootstrap. So now I'm showing you both. AWS we seen bootstrap. In Azure also we can do it the same bootstrap, custom data. But instead of login again and do all this, better you can go with this. Actually, I'm using 6 command. If you are with Linux 7 version, you can use the systemctl command. That also will work. So I'm going to paste this and say, and I'm going to paste this and say, okay. And what is that? So I'm going to say US East US, okay, East US, okay, server 1. I'm going to copy this, go here. The server 1 is this, okay, and enter. So here, instead of East US server 1, we can also make it, I am not here to fail, okay. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to here, I'm going to paste it. Something you need to put the difference, that's it. So go here, we will change it. This is Canada, right? Next one, Canada server 1. I am here to win, okay. So copy this, go here and paste it. So enter. So now we need to test before we go for traffic manager, everything. Simply copy this IP address, okay, go to the browser, enter it, see here. So first we make sure the server level, okay, the server web server is up and running. Go to server 1, copy the IP address, go here and paste it. So East server 1, I'm not able to here, so we are good. I'm going to write up again. Yes. So see, from next week onwards, it's going to be use cases. Of course, if you are, I need your basic understanding, basic hands-on from next week onwards. If you not, anyway, I'm going to give you the use cases. Please start refresh from my channel or your own channel, everything, because the use cases is really demand these days for many needs. Okay, so now I have created one VM that is called server 1 in East US, right? I am here to create a VM2 that is called the Canada. Now my point is Canada. My point is I have common domain name, okay. This domain is serving the websites. Both is having a same website, but we have differentiated the message because we need to know from where I am coming from, right? Say 𝐕𝐢𝐼cloudandload.com. So if I access, first I'm going to create a rule, always serve from here, always serve from here. And if anything goes wrong, you always serve from here. How to achieve this traffic manager? In AWS Route 53, in Azure, it's a traffic manager. So remember, this is one region. This is completely different location, but still is possible to achieve through traffic manager. Same we did it in Route 53, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this. I'm going here. I am going here. I am right click, open new tab. Okay, I'm just logging in another tab. So let's take it up the last tab. This traffic manager. Okay, before going to the traffic manager, okay, right now it's empty. So it's a clearly saying Azure Traffic Manager is a DNS based traffic load balancer, right? This service allows you to distribute traffic to your public facing appliance. Here, what is my public facing appliance? My 2 web server, right, across global Azure regions. So in our case, one is East US, another one is Canada. Okay, so You also can go with the application level. You also can go with the server level. You also go with some web API deployment level, everything, right? So now I'm going to create it. Okay, I'm going to give, say, cloud and loud. Okay, cloud and loud domain, okay, or cloud and loud. So I'm going to ask question. People raise the hand. See here, who are all now raise the question. I want to learn AWS, or I want to do I need to learn first Azure, or do I need to learn Google Cloud? See, it doesn't matter which cloud you are learning. You need to understand how you need to compare. That's it. This is the major gap people are having, which leads into the depression and fear. So I'm going to unmute. Srini, you asked about Google Cloud, right? So now you tell me, the same only we see it in the AWS, right? Srini, I given an unmute. Vignesh.
Sir, what is mean by multi-value and subnet, sir?
No, wait. Multi-value and subnet, I will explain. But
Okay,
so far,
okay.
whatever we seen,
Is the
weighted,
same, sir. Yeah, sir.
priority, geographic, these are all. Now you tell me hereafter, do you have, you will get any confusion or fear? No. So this comparison of study only really missing with us, because we don't have any interest on our own lab. Almost same. Then what is the point? Even you change your resume, you can project yourself. The concept wise, it's not going to same. How to create, maybe the steps may be the same. This also one of the major confusion, not only cloud, even future or after 4 years, you will get a X technology, Y technology, that's fine. But you need to first compare what you know. From that, you start compare with what is upcoming. That's it. Yes, Matt. So you understand, right? Matt? So yes, Madhavi. This is also one of the
Vijay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Vijay, yeah, the record sets also same in
Yes.
this Azure and all.
See, these
Okay.
are all DNS based concept. The base concept never ever change. If you take compute, the compute is the base concept. CPU, memory, disk. This you can go anywhere. The same. The rules are same. Maybe the future, maybe the offering can be differ, Madhavi.
Okay.
But
And
the
yeah.
basic rules will never ever change. If they change, then all these people, all these service provider has to adopt, because these are all generic one.
Okay.
Yes.
So in AWS, when we create a hosted zone, so there are types of records, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you please explain like what is this?
No. Wait.
Here
The type of records, I need to give some more example. I will anyway tomorrow I will explain, because today I want to correlate whatever we discussed with Azure. That is why I'm trying to touch Azure also today.
Okay, Vijay, thank you.
Okay, Matt. Only thing is, even if you get into Azure interview, okay, even if you have only AWS certificate, but you want to attend Azure interview, don't worry. You put you are AWS certified, but you project Azure, because whatever you learned AWS, you are going to be the same. But only thing is, you just explore how to do it, everything like just quick 1 or 2 hour time. That's it. see the interview point of view, I don't know the couple of companies, they never change their mindset, but mostly the companies will test how confident you are. That's it. Even Jenkins, people are really fearing the interview description. They are giving a different tool name. You don't worry, you know one tool name, just project with very confidence. They are trying to understand how confident you are in end-to-end pipeline in one tool set. That's it. Okay, let me go here. I'm going for a priority. Okay, I'm going for the same resource group created. So the traffic manager I created. Now what is our goal? If I access this domain name, it should send the traffic to first location, web application server, and second location, web application server. Okay, I'm going here. I am going here, endpoints. You need to go to endpoints and add endpoints. Okay, now I'm going to say East US server 1. And here, can anyone tell me what is mean by app service? What is mean by app service slot? What is mean by public address? What is mean? What is that mean? Say for example, I will tell you, instead of the VM, you create in Azure, there is app service. I already released the detailed video in the Azure classes. So say for example, I creating app service 1. App service 1 in East US, app service 2 in basically one web application, right? So even in Canada. Okay, if you want to have one domain name, always you want to traffic between this app and this app location. This also possible, but you need to select the app service. So quickly I will also deploy and show you. This will take maximum 2 minutes. So this is the app service. Okay, in go here, I'm selecting the same resource group. Web app name is cloud on loud, say prod. I'm going to say some, I need some application, test application, say .NET. So Central US, it's fine. But please understand, if you want to go with Azure Traffic Manager, then your minimum SKU size should be S1. This also people are really missing out. What does that mean? They have some offerings. If you pick up, you should not go to the dev and test. If you go to dev and test, you cannot have future. You cannot use the traffic manager. If you go to here, okay, if you go to here, sorry, if you go to production, see here, the first size itself, you will use traffic manager. See here, traffic manager. Okay, but there will be a cost. Every month there will be a 5,000. But if you have any office account, you do it, or free trial also you can do it and delete it, because this is a whole month. This is also one of the fear people ask. Vijay, can I do it in my learning trial account? Will I get a huge bill? No, you are going to do it in 10 minutes and delete it. Maybe 100 rupees, you will get the billing. But you need to learn with hands-on. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm going to select this because I'm going to show you the Azure Traffic Manager. Come down, deployment, rest all default settings. I'm not going to change any settings here. Yes, the concept are really same, but I want to show you the endpoint wise because people should not get confused. Because we are showing the VM. Tomorrow you should not get a confusion. What if I have a web application? So it will take another 1 minute. because the all fear, everything I'm seeing, people who are learning from exam point of view, people who are going with interview point of view, don't do that. Please spend some time, put your base is very strong. After that, you no need to spend a lot of time on this. You can only run, that's it. It will take another 2 to 3 minutes. In the meantime, I'm seeing some hands. Vijay, yeah, go ahead, Vijay.
Sir, do we have a separate load balancer in Azure, like similar to AWS?
Load balancer means?
Like in AWS, behind VMs, we
have. See here. Yeah, I already released a detailed hands-on class in Azure. If you go to my channel, step by step, even I have provided the detailed documentation with the screenshots.
Okay.
So spend some time, because it's very much mandatory from next week onwards. You need to have some basic idea.
Okay.
Okay. So now it got created. I'm going for that. Okay. So if you see the web application, okay, I'm going this. See here, this is my web application. It's a very sample, but it's okay. At least some web application is running, right? So now I'm coming back to the traffic manager. Okay, I'm going to create a simple diagram, what we are going to do. Okay, can you all confirm in the chat whenever I say some question? So I have created my, okay, so let's go here. So I have created my VM1 in East US. Are you agree? Say yes in chat. Are you agree? Isaac, everybody. I have created VM2 in Canada. Are you agree? Okay, now what is my expectation? I mean, I'm the business, I'm the manager, I'm the client. So what is my expectation? I have some domain, cloudandloud.com, right? If I access this website, I should get the traffic from here always, because it is going to be a priority one. If anything goes wrong, I should get the priority, because I already configured with priority 2. Are you clear in this? This is our expectation, right? Isaac, everybody, Advali, everybody. Okay, now I am going to configure the endpoint. While configuring the endpoint in Traffic Manager, this is the Azure Traffic Manager, right? So while configuring the Traffic Manager, automatically I'm getting some option, whether you want to go with VM, or you want to go with the web application, or you want, so I need to decide, right? So if I select VM, I need to select this, right? Is it correct? Is it correct or not? If I select a web app, then for your easy understanding, I also created a web app. So which one you have to select? You need to select the web app, right? Correct? Okay. So now come back here. I am going to my, this is my traffic manager. Okay. I'm going for my endpoint. Okay. I'm clicking the endpoints, because you need to tell the traffic manager. Okay. So this is the traffic manager. If any traffic comes to this traffic manager, you need to say, go here, go here. So this is one endpoint, this is another endpoint, right? So I'm just defining the exactly same. I'm going to say server 1. Okay. If I say public IP address, what is my server IP address? See here. See here. So no DNS name configured. That means first we need to also need some DNS name with this. The server is working, The web application is working, but still there is no assigned DNS name, right? Go back to this. See here, there is server 1. There is no DNS name. Simply you click this. No need to struggle. Azure is really, really easy. Go here and say DNS name. Say server 1 and say East US and say save it. And go to server 2. Here also DNS name not configured. Endpoint means I will explain. First, we will go with the DNS name, because when we come as from internet to any domain, we need to have some segregation, because the traffic manager should know, okay, traffic, I received some traffic. Where should I go? If you go here in AWS, if you go to load balancer, we have some DNS name, because Route 53 is tagging to that DNS name. You see here, exactly we have mapped this DNS name, right? So exactly that is what we are configuring it now. Say server 2 DNS. Okay, wait. The endpoints I will explain. So the DNS name I have configured. Okay, now coming back, I'm canceling it. What is endpoint? Endpoint means right now how it looks like. Helen, Isaac, everybody. I have created a VM. I have created a VM, but my traffic manager, this is my traffic manager. Okay. But you need to tell traffic manager, this is VM1, this is VM2, right? So you are declaring it, right? So this is endpoint 1. This is endpoint 2. You need to declare, right? You need to associate, right? Without association, how traffic manager, okay, you are trying to access this website, but traffic manager have to know where I should send, right? Backend. Yes, Advale. So the traffic manager should know where to send the traffic, correct? So this will not be visible. Only people know this website. Exactly the same you are doing it in the AWS. You are configuring everything and associating under the load balancer. See here in AWS also you are associating backend load balancer. But in Route 53, if you go the Route 53, what you are doing, you are creating some host record, and in that record you are not seeing the server. You are seeing only the load balancer DNS name. See here. Helen, are you clear? The endpoint part. See here. I'm going here. See, I just mapped my load balancer. That is this DNS name. So you can say this one endpoint I associated. This is another endpoint I associated. Maybe you can take this way. The same we are doing in the traffic manager also. I hope everyone clear, right? Who is asked what is endpoint? Okay, so now add. I'm going to say server 1 prod. Okay, in that case, I'm going to select public address. Suppose, can anyone raise your hand and tell me, suppose my intention is different. Say I have app 1 deployed in web app. I have app 2 deployed. In this case, how you will create the endpoint under traffic manager? So which option you will select? Can you tell me which option you will select? Can you tell me which option you will select in this? Yes, it's very simple. You select the app service. Right now you configured only one app. That is why it's showing only one. So, but we need a 2 app you need to configure. So you will select this. That's it. You mentioned priority 1. That means always whoever reaches this domain, always this domain, it will go to this, because you said priority 1. And if you have another app, you say priority 2. That's it. So the concept is same, but what resource you are already, you should have already. If you select the public address, you should have already server. If you select the app service, you should have the app service already. That is how the Route 53 works, right? That is why in AWS also we have, see here, AWS also, first we have created servers, first we have associated the load balancer in another location also, then we came to Route 53. You remember? That is exactly we are doing in Azure. So if you want to have good confidence, you need to do like this. That's it. Without this type of learning, only people are keep saying, I am having fear, I'm having depression, I'm really, I don't know what to do. It's a way of learning. It's a way of comparison. That's it. So I am going to say public address. I am going to say server 1 and priority 1. Okay, and say add it and add another endpoint, because traffic managers, you need to tell server 2 say backup, you define that. So you say public address, this time you select server 2, this time you say priority 2, add it. Okay, now you check here, you check this, it is automatically coming up online. The same you will also see it in the AWS. You see in AWS, in the load balancer, I explained this in service. Of course, we have shut it down now, but in service, right? Exactly this is going to validate and ensure everything is fine. So I'm going to refresh it. It will be say online. So now you tell me, what is the major difference between AWS and Azure? Only the functionality, only the way of creation. Yes, because their Route 53 here, it's a traffic manager. Because if you do same one computer, right? So I can say Lenovo laptop, you can say Dell laptop. That's it. But the purpose is same, right? Maybe some future is same, some design is same. That's okay. But the end purpose is going to be remain same. This is what people are really getting missed out. That is where the problem started. Any new technology or any new provider, I don't think all basic concepts are going to be changed. So going to configuration now, because if you see endpoints, both are online. I'm good. So I'm going for a configuration. Okay, now instead of HTTP, okay, if you have any website, go for HTTP. But now I'm just simply going with TCP because it's a keep alive. Okay, I'm saying save it. Okay, save. Go for overview. Can you access this domain name? I'm sending in the Zoom chat. Can you access from your browser and tell me what you are getting? cloudandloud.trafficmanager.net. I'm going to access it in front of you. Let's see what I'm going to get. See here. Why I'm getting east to west? Any idea? Srinivas, Ravi, Abbas, Vijay. You can unmute all. I given access.
Because of priority 1.
Yeah. So now
priority issues.
Okay, now there is a manager requirement, or you have some weekend activity, you want to take it out, some maintenance. So simply you don't need to struggle or anything. What exactly you will do? What exactly you will do? Simply go here or you shut down. So change the priority to say 6 or after that, so save it. So go back. Can you access it again? It is taking some time. Can anyone getting some different one? Yeah, for me, I'm getting. Okay. Let me just open a new browser. Maybe the catch is, maybe I'm not getting. I'll open another browser. This browser is a cache-based one. Yes. See here. See here. That's it. You RM say go and say shut down the server, do all your maintenance. Is there any downtime or anything? That is the easiest way to understand this. Okay, so the same way you can associate app, you can associate anything, but traffic manager and Route 53 almost same functionality. So you need to understand how this works on the fly. But before going to do this, you need to have more understanding what is mean by RTO, what is mean by RPO, what is mean by functional requirement, what is mean by non-functional requirement. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to open up the can anyone paste the questions in the Zoom chat? I don't have right now in the Zoom chat. Yesterday in the WhatsApp group, I have pasted a couple of questions, right? Can anyone have it? Paste it in the Zoom chat. Maybe I can go here. Yeah, Nirmal, go ahead. Nirmal.
Vijay, actually in AWS, we hosted some website, right? But in Azure, you directly created the traffic manager and directly access the URL. So what is the
because they already providing the DNS name, everything. But in AWS, you have to first get the domain name and you need to do it. There will be a little bit hiccups, but the thing is the concept is same. Because AWS is not directly providing, whenever you create any service, automatically they are providing. So they already, Microsoft, Azure website.net, they already have their own domain. So whenever you want to create, it's really easy in AWS, Azure.
Okay. So Vijay, consider if I'm creating some Kubernetes cluster. So it is possible for me to, directly deploy it in the traffic manager within the pool.
Yeah, but only thing is you need to configure the relevant domain in your ingress.
Okay, so it should be pointed out.
Yes. If you go to my YouTube playlist, there will be two classes I have released with a sample domain name, example.com. Under that, there is a example1.com, example2.com. So according to this domain, you need to create the setup like that.
So if it is Kubernetes, we need to go through the YAML file configuration, right? We cannot do it in the portal view.
No. Azure Kubernetes, you need to, last week I have explained, right? Can you go disable your webcam? Okay.
Actually, it's disabled.
No. There is a person, Ankit. Okay, so you need to configure in a way. So last week I have configured the Azure Kubernetes, right?
Yes.
So in the Azure Kubernetes, accordingly, you need to configure the YAML file.
Okay.
So there is an option. Even you can go with the custom domain. You see here, there is a custom domain. That also you can map it. It's not something only you can use it. The Azure one. See here.
Okay. Because if you create some Kubernetes cluster, it's randomly giving out some external IP address. No, Vijay.
No, that is what
it also gives
you
the
need
load
to
balancer.
select the load balancer. The IP address what you are getting, that IP address you need to map it expose. There is a steps.
So there will be some pre-configured. Once you create a cluster, you will be getting on load balancer, right? Defaultly in Azure.
Yeah, but that load balancer, you need to just expose it outside, right?
Okay, so we can expose by traffic manager.
No. First you configure the setup. From there, you need to first deploy what kind of expose you want. Okay, so you need to go see Azure Traffic Manager is going to be your front end. If you are configuring the Azure Kubernetes itself, there is a facility you can do it. That's what I'm saying. So in Azure Kubernetes, you have to configure the part, you have to configure the replica set, and then you need to map it to the ingress, right?
Yes.
Okay. While configuring the ingress, you need to define node port or load balancer, right?
Yes.
So in
So
the
I'll go with the
load balancer, automatically you are getting some IP, but this is only possible if you go with the direct service provider, correct?
Yes, either AWS or AKS.
Yeah, in your local laptop setup, you cannot, right? So
yes,
you have some static address, so you need to ensure this address is not changing. So accordingly, you need to have some alias domain name map, and you have to configure the domain name, and still you can do it. There is a way.
So how can we expose it, Vijay? Like, will there be any other additional load balancer setup we need to do in Azure?
No. Okay. Okay. You send me that. I will provide you the steps, because people are here.
Sure. I'm sorry for taking the time.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, hope you are getting this clear, right? So now I got some question. Okay. So there is a question yesterday I posted. I'm going to quickly walk through. Now people are going to tell me what kind of a understanding you have. I think people posted a lot. Okay. I'm going to just copy this and show it in here. Okay, so now I'm going to walk through one by one. Raise your hand if you are able to answer. How the business website or any e-commerce application works. Everyone can raise your hand if you want. I can unmute. My first question is how the business website, any e-commerce application works, web application. Maybe we can say web application. Okay. Advale? Yeah, you can go ahead, Advale. Hello, Advale? Even Mani, you can also go ahead.
Yeah, so the web application, website and e-commerce application, we can create a VMs and so we can for any simple web server you have did, right? So custom data or any bootstrap we can add it, and using traffic manager or any Route 53 we can configure it, then we can access that applications.
In Azure, how we need to do it?
In Azure, we have to do it in through VM or through app service concept is there. App service also we can use this.
Yes.
We can deploy there. Then
even if you have you don't have any app service, even if you are creating your machine,
VM,
you are deploying your web server, say Tomcat or Nginx.
Yeah, Tomcat Nginx. Yeah.
Still, it's possible, right?
Yes, it's possible then.
Okay. Is there any confusion in the first question? Okay. Muthu, yeah, go ahead. Krishna, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Vijay. So we have to deploy across all the region.
Yeah. So you need to first careful. You need to define where, which location, how to do it, what functionality, everything. First you need to define. Then you need to define either AWS or Azure. If it is AWS, then via load balancer, via Route 53. And then you need to make sure the domain name. If it is a Azure, then it's a traffic manager. Then you need to decide whether via VM I'm going to configure my application or through app service, right? So now I'm coming to the second question. How the geo application need to be designed as per RTO and RTO? Anyone?
So it should be how many requests will be received based on the requirement.
Yeah, And
Yeah.
also you need to think about what is my functionality, because I showed, right?
Yeah,
ICT
in case
job.
of failure, how quickly it can be restored.
And also you need to define, okay, what is the license I got? I got my business to run only particular country. In that case, as per the GDPR, Europe, you should not go other country should not access your website. So these are all first you need to define and then go for it. Okay. And here also there is a one more thing you can quickly, I will show you. This is my traffic manager, and I'm going here. Sorry. So this is my traffic. Where is my traffic manager? Okay, I'm going for my traffic manager. So if you go to your traffic manager, and if you go to the configuration, suppose only see here traffic view, you can enable it in the endpoint also. Go here, I can say go to this, and you don't have anything because already your application is running in one server. But I want to add and show you one more endpoint. If it is a web app, say I'm going to say web app 1. If I select the web app, okay, so priority is still is there. But if you go external endpoints or anything, automatically even you have a option to go with the location also. Means let's go to properties. Sorry. There is a option, we will get it, of service. Okay, let me just I think we need to configure one more application. Probably I'll show you. So the second question, what I'm asking is, if the geo application means you need to define the location and how much time you have as per the agreement with the client to failover, and geo restriction. You have any geo restriction, then you need to plan accordingly. And if the business need to take entire infrastructure for maintenance, just now I showed, even the AWS also, you need to simply hire the priority and take it out. But first you need to restore the business without any issues, right? And if the business is trying to launch new application, however site one is less capacity, so what routing policy your people will decide in this? Advale, Manigandan, Isaac, everybody.
Waiter.
Yes. So if the business is trying to implement primary infrastructure in one location and backup infrastructure in one location, how to achieve, and which routing policy you will select? Failover. Failover. Manigandan, Muttu, everybody. It's a failover.
Yeah, it's a failover.
If the business is trying to implement banking business in USA and UK, now the condition is website should be one single website. But if UK users logged in, they must go to UK users. USA user logged in means they must go to USA servers only.
Geolocation.
Sorry?
Geolocation.
Geolocation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If the business is trying to launch the new application, however site 1, site 2 both equal, right? In that case, what kind of any so you need to select the 50-50 we have selected, right?
Yeah, weightage.
Yeah, weightage. So if the business have to launch this one, I'm adding the further question. If the business is trying to launch new application, however site 1 is less capacity, site 2 is having high capacity, in this case, what routing policy you will select? Isaac, everybody?
Weightage only.
Weighted VJ because
Sorry?
of the I traffic 20% and
Okay.
80%.
Okay. So now you are all understand how you have to correlate whatever we learned entire day. So it's a very simple, but only thing is we are not asking more questions. If the business is trying to implement, banking business in USA and UK, now the condition is website should be one single website. But if UK user logged in, just now we seen, you need to apply first UK, create a condition and geolocation to UK load balancer, and US to US load balancer, and the rest of the people you decide based on the project, based on the architect default condition. Are you okay this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow what we are going to do is, let me just switch off. Okay.